Today's video will discuss how the Confederation will assist residents to start businesses that are needed for the successful transplantation of its Earth Embassy economy and people on the Red Planet. An office at the Fleet or a Confederation government bureau, or better yet, a private enterprise contracted to the Confederation, will publish a list available on the internet for businesses that are needed by the Fleet or Confederation. Along with this list, options for financing the start of this business would be published on the website. Consider a bakery shop at the Earth Embassy has been buying wrapping paper and bags from the outside. But there is a source of paper or plastics at the Earth Embassy which might be converted to products this bakery desires. Unfortunately, there is yet no business to transform the paper into the packaging supplies the bakery needs. An opportunity to start such a business at the Earth Embassy can be published on this list. Perhaps an initial investigation by Fleet officials shows that $50,000 of machines and other supplies must be purchased from the outside to get the packaging business going, along with the training from the outside in case that's necessary to run the machines. In addition, it is estimated that 3 employees and the owner would be needed to operate this business at an estimated annual cost of $180,000 in Confederation script. Finally, the other expenses needed for the first year are estimated to be $100,000, electricity, spare computers, software, office supplies, etc., most of which could already be supplied by businesses at the Earth Embassy. Funding sources available for the new business owner would also be published. As an example, perhaps the Confederation would expect the prospective owner to invest $15,000 in Confederation script or $10,000 of hard currency of her own money. There could also be listed the availability of loans from a bank on Mars, a contract from the Fleet or Confederation, or perhaps in the case of the bakery above, a guaranteed minimum purchase for the first or second years. Finally, the list might suggest an early departure to Mars if it were deemed an important early business on the Red Planet. This list should help bootstrap businesses needed by the mission to Mars in a way that allows interested parties not only to get financing for the project, but to have enough information to create at least a minimal business plan. If we assume that many people at the Earth Embassy will have a tendency to be entrepreneurial, the list will help to create the business entities needed to accomplish the mission to Mars goals, but also to allow for individuals with talents to run a business to be successful both in the business and financially. Another option for those entering the Earth Embassy would be to review the list to see if they might be willing to start a business on the list in lieu of a paycheck job as they enter. Only experience would tell if this would be a feasible idea for those entering, but again, if someone is willing to risk their lives going to Mars, they might be willing to try to start a business that is needed at the Earth Embassy, especially if they are bringing some applicable expertise along with themselves. I have used a bakery as a simple example to illustrate the point of the list. Remember, however, much of the mission to Mars endeavors will be related to science and engineering. As I indicated, the list would be on the internet, so persons outside of the Earth Embassy would be able to see what was available. There might very well be space enthusiasts with an interest in Mars and appropriate science or engineering experience who might be willing to enter the Earth Embassy as long as they could be assured of an immediate contract to do specific work. I would have the list be organized by some unit in an engineer regiment. The list would need to be constantly updated, and new science and other projects could be added as the fleet needed additional work to be done. This unit would either need to have someone with some financial experience or interact with persons who would have such experience. Together, specific requirements for financing, what would be needed to start the new business, and the availability of detailed work and opportunities to push forward fleet science and engineering projects could be added to the list. In a sense, this list is a kind of sophisticated help wanted ad. It is my belief that this list would both generate new businesses from those already at the Earth Embassy, as well as interest from those who might think to join and walk into a contract or business they could start there.